Election day, there will be a full lunar eclipse on election day. No coincidence. This election coming up is the most irrelevant election black people have seen in over 50 years, where not a single candidate is pushing anything for African people in America. Not one of them. And you think I'm gonna go vote for that? You think I'm gonna go vote for that? Vote for what? Somebody get me a t-shirt. Vote for what? Can somebody send me a hoodie? Vote for what? Can somebody send me a banner? Can somebody tell me what the hell do I have to vote for on November the 8th? Make it plain, brothers and sisters. As Brother Malcolm, the great Pan-Africanist Malik El-Shabazz said, as Brother Malcolm, the great Pan-Africanist Malik El-Shabazz said, you've been had, you've been hoodwinked, you've been run amok, led astray, bamboozled, brothers and sisters. I'ma go vote for what? Democrats got you thinking they better than Republicans. What has Joe Biden done that separates him from Donald Trump? What has Joe Biden done that separates him from Donald Trump? Talk to me, Africans. Talk to me, Africans. What has Joe Biden done so great that separates him from Donald Trump? Talk to me, Africans. Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock? What kind of choice is that? Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. One is controlled by white Democrats and one is controlled by white Republicans, and you want me to think I have a choice. Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker, are you out of your African mind? Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, are you out of your African minds? Black Georgia, Black Georgia. Where's Stacey Abrams? Where's Stacey Abrams? I think she's running for governor, right? Is Stacey still in the race? Is Stacey Abrams still in the race? What is Stacey Abrams fighting for black people? What is Stacey Abrams, Black Georgia? Black Georgia, land of my maternal ancestors, Black Georgia. Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, two slaves on two different plantations. Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, two slaves on two different plantations. Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Left wing, right wing, they two arms on the same chicken wing. I said left wing and right wing, two arms on the same chicken wing. I said left wing, right wing, two arms on the same chicken wing. I said left wing, right wing, two wings on the same chicken wing. I will give you $1,000 if you can prove this prediction wrong. Y'all ready? I got $1,000 for everybody in the world who can prove what I'm about to say wrong. Are y'all ready? $1,000 to every one of you. Black bunnies, snow bunnies, red bunnies. I got $1,000 for every one of you if you can prove this prediction wrong. And this prediction is on November the 9th, the morning after elections. On November the 9th, the morning after elections. On November the 9th, the morning after elections, Black America will be in the same exact position she was on November the 8th. Who wants to bet me that on November the 9th, after you Democratic Party plantation slaves cast your vote and you Republican Party plantation slaves cast your vote on November the 8th, eclipse day in Taurus, Scorpio season, the very next day, Black America will be in the same condition the day after you voted as they were the day you voted. Who wants to bet me? Who wants to bet me? In fact, I'm going to give you a little bit more time. I'm not going to say November the 9th, the day after you vote. I'm going to say February 9th. I'm going to give you 3 months. I'm going to give the Democratic Party plantation slave masters 3 months to do something for Negroes. Who wants to bet $1,000 that on February the 9th, the black community will be in the same condition she was in November the 8th, full lunar eclipse in Taurus, Scorpio season, United States of America, election day. Brothers and sisters, you can fool all the people some of the time. And you can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time. And you can fool some of the people all the time. But you can't fool King Kong consciousness none of the time, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to stop none of you from voting. I'm not going to stop none of you from voting. But don't you dare make somebody feel bad because they don't want to participate in the validation of their extermination. I said, don't you dare try to make a conscious African feel bad because they don't want to participate in the validation of their extermination. If voting could change anything, it would be illegal, brothers and sisters. The black vote is a joke until it becomes woke. I said the black vote is a joke until it becomes woke. I said the black vote is a joke until it becomes woke, until we organize our votes. Until we vote as a race, as a people, as a community, we never going to get nothing out of none of these politicians. Democrat and Republican isn't an African dichotomy. Democrat and Republican isn't an African dichotomy. That's an intellectual dispute between white folks. Why are we involved? Why are we involved? Why are we involved? The Democrats don't speak to you. The Republicans don't speak to you. So why are you getting involved in an intellectual civil war between white folks? That's not our dichotomy. Our dichotomy ain't Democrat and Republican. Our dichotomy is slavery and freedom, brothers and sisters. Our dichotomy ain't Democrat and Republican. Our dichotomy is independence or slavery. That's the black dichotomy. Talk black to me. Look at this. Listen to this. Let me give you the ages of some of your congressional Black Caucus members. Eleanor Holmes Norton, 84 years old. Maxine Waters, 83 years old. Sanford Bishop, 75 years old. James Clyburn, 81 years old. Eddie Bernice Johnson, 86 years old. Bobby Rush, 75 years old. Robert Cortez Scott, 74 years old. Benny Thompson, 74 years old. Sheila Jackson Lee, 72 years old. Danny Davis, 80 years old. Gregory Meeks, 68 years old. Barbara Lee, 75 years old. David Scott, 76 years old. George Butterfield, 74 years old. Emmanuel Cleaver, 77 years old. Al Greer, 74 years old. Gwen Moore, 70 years old. Yvette Clark, 57 years old. Henry Hank Johnson, 67 years old. Andre Carson, 47 years old. And that's not all of them. That's not all of them. That's not all of them. Now, we're not going to disrespect our elders. Some of them have put in work. Eleanor Holmes Norton has put in work. Maxine Waters has put in work. Some of them have put in work, brothers and sisters. We're not dismissing the contribution. And we're not dismissing the age because we need our elders for mentorship and guidance. We're not dismissing them because we need our elders for mentorship and guidance. But what we are saying, TikTok and Instagram, what we are saying, TikTok and Instagram, what we are saying, TikTok and Instagram, how many 80-year-olds you know got the strength and stamina to stand up to racism? How many 75-year-olds you know got the strength and stamina to stand up to racism? How many senior citizens you know can walk into the United States government and fight unapologetically for black people's freedom, justice, and equality? It's time to pass the torch. It's time to pass the torch. They did a good job. Let's give them a retirement party, and let's move them over to the Council of Elders for the Bishop Turner National Independent Black Parent Association. Let's give them a retirement party and move them to the Council of Elders. We still need them. We still need them, brothers and sisters. We still need them, but you can't be on the front lines no more. We still need them, but you can't be on the front lines no more. Maxine Waters, pass the damn torch. Eleanor Holmes Norton, pass the damn torch. Sanford Bishop and James Clyburn and Eddie Johnson and Robert Scott and Benny Thompson and Danny Davis and Sheila Jackson Lee. She has put in work. I love Sheila Jackson Lee, but you're now 72, Queen Mother, Grandmother. Pass the damn torch and get out the way. Black people are the only people who let old people lead from the front instead of advise from the rear. I said black people are the only people who let old folks lead from the front instead of advising from the rear. And the reason our elders love to be up front is because every Negro has a castrated ego. I said every Negro has a castrated ego. I said every Negro, Ifatunde 3 times, has a castrated ego. Black people are so used to not having no damn power. Black people are so used to not having no damn power. Black people are so used to having no damn power that when we get in a position that feels like power, even if it's not, when we get in a position that feels like power, even if it's not, we let it go to our damn heads. And when we taste that power, we don't want to give it up. We want to keep it through our 50s and keep it through our 60s and keep it through our 70s and keep it through our 80s. I'm glad to see Eleanor Holmes Norton still alive and doing well at 84. I'm glad to see Maxine Waters still alive and doing well at 83. I'm glad to see James Clyburn doing well at 81 and Eddie Johnson at 86. I'm glad to see Benny Thompson doing well at 74 and Sheila Jackson Lee at 72. Black don't crack. I'm glad my elders are doing good and can still walk on their own 2 feet. I salute them. But you are well beyond the age of being a warrior. You are well beyond the age of being a warrior. No disrespect at all. But we have to retire some of them, move them to the Council of Elders where they can provide guidance and nurture and education for the next generation of black politicians. We got to pass the torch, brothers and sisters. And if they don't want to pass the torch, we going to have to take the torch, brothers and sisters. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. There is a very important Supreme Court decision. There is a very important Supreme Court decision being debated right now in Washington, D.C. A very important Supreme Court decision being debated right now in Washington, D.C. The Asian nation The same Asians you backed during anti-Asian hate. Listen, you Negro peons. The same Asian community that you backed during anti-Asian hate. The same ones, Negroes, have went behind your back to the Supreme Court and they're trying to destroy affirmative action at the college level. The Asians are saying Harvard University and the University of North Carolina, Harvard University and the University of North Carolina is discriminating against Asians in preference for black people. These are the same Asians who you came to their defense, the same Asians who you stood for, the same Asians who you marched for, the same Asians you stood with in the anti-Asian hate campaign. They are now at the Supreme Court trying to destroy what's left of affirmative action at the college level. I hope you multicultural Negro peons have learned your lesson. I hope you multicultural Negro peons have learned your lesson. I hope you multicultural Negro peons have learned your lesson. Every group you have helped, every single group that you have helped, always stabs you in the back right after you help them out. Every single group of people you have ever helped always stabs you in the back right after you help them. Brothers and sisters,